Hey everybody, my name is Ren, I go by Renovave on all my socials, and today I am finally bringing you the Canva tutorial that I have promised some of you. So, let's get straight into it. Just a quick overview, Canva is just a graphics design website. It has a bunch of free stuff for almost all social platforms. For this tutorial, I'll be basing a theme on the model I'm using right now, the screen head model. She is going to be what I base my theme on. It's really important to have some sort of idea of what theme you want before you go into making your overlays, otherwise it's going to take a lot longer than you think. If you truly have no ideas whatsoever though, Canva will save you, as if you go into the search bar here, you can type in Twitch overlays, and look, it comes out with a bunch, but we're going to go on this one. And there are a bunch of free ones that you can use, so if you really can't be bothered to make your own overlay, I highly recommend using some of these free ones. Like, this is adorable. So this one, for example, free to use, easy, we can just use that. But we're gonna make our own. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to create a design. Now, as you saw earlier, you literally just type in Twitch, and it's going to give you a bunch of things. So Twitch banners, Twitch backgrounds, emotes, logos, like everything. But we're going to go with Twitch overlay, which is just the basic 1920 by 1080. Okay, so it even comes up on the templates. Look, you got this whole template thing with Twitch overlays, which gives you a bunch of stuff that you can use. But we're going to try and make it from scratch today. So we have my model. She's green. Our colors that we're going to want to use are green and white. So to change your background color, you just click on the square and your little color box will come up here. And I want not too bright. We're going to go with this. I think that works. Just light, easy on the eye. So that's going to be like a base color. Now, elements will be really handy for you when it comes to making your overlays look a bit more cute. In this, you can get backgrounds. If you're not happy with a plain color, you can go on backgrounds, and there's a bunch of stuff. Keep in mind, I am using the free version of Canva. I do have Canva Pro, but for the sake of this tutorial, I am purely sticking to free, just so I can show you what you can do with what's already there. So if you are wanting a plain background, you can go on here and there's a bunch of them. So let's say I want a green background. Obviously the ones with the crowns are paid for, but like this one for example, this is free. I'm gonna go with plain though. So now that we've got a plain background, we are gonna use text. Now, with text, you've got a bunch of ones that you can use for free. Obviously, there's some premium ones too. These are templates, again. So, I'm gonna want something kind of simple. We're going with really simple today, so it's not exactly a problem. We'll go with this one. This is pretty easy. And it just automatically comes up in black. We can change the color of the text up here. I'm gonna go with white. Also, with these templates, they come with different elements. Now, if there's an element that you don't want, you can just remove it by going up to delete, and it will tell you, do you want to delete the group or the element? And if I've clicked on the little one, and I'm just going to delete the element, that gets rid of it, so I've just got my text here. So we're going to put in, starting soon. Obviously, as most of you are probably aware, this makes it bold, italic, underline, caps, the alignment of your text. Obviously, we want to highlight it all to make it all move. If we want to bullet point it, if we want to space it. Now, effects can make your text look a little bit more jazzy, and we will do this. So we're going to go on to effects. And there's a bunch of things you can do here, all for free. You can give it a shadow, you can give it a lift, hollow, splice, echo, glitch, and neon. Now, I am going to go with just a shadow. You can change the offset, direction, transparency. I'm gonna go with a darker shadow just to make it stand out a bit more. Cool. So I've got my text. It's pretty basic still though. Now, you can position this wherever. Canva will automatically give you guidelines to help you figure out where you want to be. I personally like to have my text like straight in the center, so once the two pink guidelines are crossed over each other, that is like perfectly in the center. That's the best place to have it in my opinion. So we're gonna put that there. Now, it's looking a little bland. I think it's time for some elements. I personally love to use lines to decorate the borders of my overlays, so we're going to go and use this dotted line, and we're just going to stretch it out. I'm going to make it white, and I'm going to duplicate it and put it on the bottom. So if I want to duplicate it, I click on it, I go up here and click duplicate, and voila! Easy peasy. And I want to put it down here. But it's still looking a bit bland, so we're gonna keep going. Now, do I want a background for my text? Yeah, let's have a background for the text. So, as you can see, I've already picked out a bunch of graphics that I feel we can use for this overlay. Let's try this circle, for example. And we can stretch that out and put it perfectly in the center. Now, if you want to change the position, it's as simple as clicking position, bringing it forward, bringing it backwards, top, left, etc, etc. You get the picture. It's easy peasy. So we got our little circle. I might actually shrink that a little just to make that a little bit more bearable. So yeah, we're still looking a little bit simple, I think. How should we jazz this up? Okay, so I'm actually going to change the color of the bottom line to a darker brown. And I'm going to add this blob. Now, so I don't want this to be overly transparent. So we're going to click on this box here, which is transparency. And we're just going to change the opacity there. I actually wanted the color to be white. Yep, that is perfect. So I'm going to duplicate this and just make like a little outline like that. I don't know, it just gives it a bit of texture. So we got like this little cloudy thing going on here. Now that I've got this happening, I'm actually going to move this up, but keep it in that center line. And I'm also going to move the text up. Now it automatically aligns with the circle, which I quite like. Makes it a little bit neater, like that. So it's looking better, but we can do better. I'm going to add some more graphics now. So I'm going to add these leaves. Again, this is free, so no money is being spent. And I'm going to put this just in the corner. I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to rotate it around. I'm going to do the same thing here. So we're just, you know, spicing it up a little bit. So we've got this, and you can also add your own graphics. If you have any PNG images that you would like to use, such as emotes or other designs, you can go on to uploads, and you can just upload your own media. We are gonna just upload this quick little drawing I did. So once you've uploaded your graphic, you can just click on it. It comes up on the screen, you can move it around, you can change the size. It's easy, easy, easy. We got this little matcha head here that I just want to put underneath the starting scene. She's very cute. And we can also use a bunch of other things for free. Obviously, because she's based off of matcha, I wouldn't mind using this little matcha drink. We're gonna put that here. Line it up in the center. Duplicate. And then just match it. It gives you the guidelines on Canva, which I find personally really helpful because it makes it look a lot neater. So I'd like to flip this second matcha we got. So I'm literally just going to click flip and flip it horizontally, and you're good to go. So it's definitely looking better now. We got a very simple theme. If you want to animate this, there's ways about it. You literally just click animate. And there are a bunch of animations that you can do for free, which are all of these. So Obviously you'd have to find a way to convert it into a video and loop it on Streamlabs or OBS, but it is totally possible to mess around with this. And you can also do separate animations for separate elements on the page. Now, I'm just animating the entire thing, so it makes no sense. I'm going to keep this as a still one personally. But if you are interested in animating just a specific element, you just click on that element and click animate, and it's literally as simple as that. Easy peasy. And this is all for free. If you want the other effects, like drift, stomp, tectonic, baseline, but you just pay the price for Canva Pro. I think there's a trial for 30 days that you can use. There is a trial that you can do for 30 days on Canva, if you'd like to try it out. I also forgot to say that with the text, you don't have to stick with the templates that you click. You can change your font. There are a bunch of fonts that you can have for free. Obviously the ones with the crown are Canva Pro, but there's plenty you can use that are free. We're gonna just click through a couple of these, see which one. I like that one. That one's great. This works, and we're pretty much done with a starting soon screen. Now, if you're like me and you're not fussed about what your leaving or ending screen looks like, all you need to do is duplicate the page. There we go. So now we have 2 pages, and all you'll need to do is just type in stream ending, and now you have your 2 scenes, which is easy. Now, the live screen, this is totally up to you how you want to do it, but personally I like my live to be really minimalistic now. I don't like too much on the screen. So with the live screen, I'm gonna keep some of the colors here. However, I'm going to remove almost all of the elements. I'm going to keep some around for reference, purely because I'll probably use them. But for my live screen, I am simply just going to do a notification bar. Like I said, don't like it to be too packed, so I'm literally just going to do a notification bar. I highly suggest, if you're going to do a webcam frame with your overlay, do it as a separate page altogether so you can move it about on the overlay after, unless you're doing like a block-in live overlay. So we're going to use this shape here. It's free, and we're going to change the color to this green, and I'm going to stretch it out. Move it down, and we're just going to put it down there. And I'm going to duplicate the shape 4 times. Because we're going to have 4 alerts. Now, of course, this is going to be different for everyone because everyone has their stuff laid out differently. Actually, we're going to make it just free. We're going to go extra simple. We're just going to do free. So we got this notification, well, the start of a notification bar. Just 3 simple boxes that your alerts and your notifications are going to pop into. Now, we just want text. Let's make the background darker, actually. We're going to put it as just like a grey. It's like nice and easy. We'll go back to what we had beforehand. And I think we should use the same text that we used, which was this one in white. So we're gonna do followers, if I can spell, and we're just gonna minimize that. Bring it down here. And I personally just duplicate the text, just so I can make sure I know where I'm putting it, so it's nice and even. And then I change it. We're gonna do subscribers, and then we are going to do donations. So we got a super basic bar right now, and just to jazz it up a bit, we're just gonna put some graphics on the side. Why don't we do like 1 for each, because that's quite cute. If you want more control over the sizing, just hold down control. It makes it so much easier. Now we're just gonna do the same and duplicate. Okay, and now it's looking a little bit cuter. We can also add a little more. You don't want to jazz them up too much, otherwise it's just going to be too intense, but we'll just do the 1 and the 2 like we did in the previous overlays. We'll just do 1 there, and then we'll duplicate that, and then we'll move it like here. Cute. So we just got this simple bar. Obviously it could probably be moved more in the center, but you know, you can blow this up and just add it wherever you want. I'm gonna keep this little white bar just for decoration, I would literally just stick with that and then use a webcam frame. You can make frames in this pretty easy. Like if you just want something like that simple, you've just got this box, resize it to whatever your camera dimensions are. It shows you here. You can change the color and just put it wherever you'd have your cam. There's plenty of shapes you can use though, and plenty of different designs. I like the rounded boxes personally, but for this, we're not going to be using anything. We're literally just going to be making that bar at the bottom, and that is it. For those of you who want the blocked live screen, I suggest you duplicate the page like we did at the beginning, keep your background, keep the majority of your graphics like this, and then have a space. Let's get that for your game. And then add your other elements. However, I really recommend that if you're gonna add a game frame and a webcam frame and a chat box, you make them separate elements entirely, and then you can add them on top. Just use this page as a background. That's pretty much it. Like that is how you do it. If you're wanting to make matching panels, I suggest that you go to home and you type in Twitch panel, and it gives you again loads of templates, and we're literally just going to go to the elements. We're going to have a bunch of stuff in recently used, and that's going to be great because we're going to need those same elements. We're going to change the colors to the same sort of colors we were using, just the basic cylinder. Maybe use this leaf again, we like this leaf. And a little jar of matcha. And then we can just use the text that we've been using again. Super easy. Change it to the color you would like. And that's it. And you can duplicate these and just change the text, so what you want it to say. And that is literally it. You've then got yourself your overlays and some Twitch panels. It's so simple. Obviously this is the absolute basic, like the most basic you can go with this. However, you can spend a lot more time on this than I have done, and you could make something so much better. There are a bunch of free elements, a bunch of free text fonts, a bunch of free backgrounds. There's so much you could use on this. You can even animate it. I highly recommend it for people who don't want to invest money into getting an artist to pay for it, because you can get some really, really beautiful stuff just through Canva. I personally use Canva for all of my overlays now. Mine's even animated. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want any more tips on how to do stream graphics or emotes or badges, just let me know and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks so much for watching.